Hello, Gemini. How are you? It's me, Lauren, back with the Untitled Tarot. I hope you're all doing well. We're here to do your end of March reading, the last week of March. I was actually going to do a fire sign next because I just did an air sign. I just did Libra, but you guys were screaming at me. And to be honest, I tried to ignore you. I did. I was really being very, very stubborn about wanting to do a different element next. And then in your pre-shuffle, the Lovers, the Seven of Wands, and then the World came out. So I was like, I got the hint. You're up. You're up next. Do you want to talk? Which I understand why, sitting in your energy. You guys, I'm getting like so many downloads. It's really, quite honestly, overwhelming. I don't know if you're all just dealing with a very layered situation, or if there's just a few different groups of you, but you're giving me a little bit of a headache. I'm not gonna lie, just like a little bit, not like a huge one, but like a little bit. But like, I love you dearly. Like, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I am. I was getting, yeah, like my chest is heavy. It's like anxiety. You guys have like some anxiety, but it feels like very like you're pushing it down. I was getting, I kept like this idea that you're trying to like pull something in. The Seven of Swords like came out a few times in your pre-shuffle. So I have this feeling that there's something that you want. There's something that you want, and it feels like you're trying to, it's like it's not coming to you, so you're trying to pull it in, you know? Instead of like it presenting itself to you, person, place, situation, opportunity, or you like bum rushing it, it feels like you're trying to like lure it to you. I almost get this, you know, it's like when you're trying to pull like a boat in, or you're trying to pull something heavy and you like attach a rope to it, and it's like you exert a certain amount of effort, like you pull it and you got it, and then you wrap it around your arm, and then you pull it some more, and then you keep wrapping it around your arm. Like that's what I feel like you're doing. It's like you're trying something, you're like, okay, that worked. Let's secure it, let's wrap it in, let's pull it in closer. Like, is that part of your strategy of how you're trying to pull something? It feels like a little sneaky though, like a little sneaky. I'm not gonna lie. So I wanna see what that's about. Your songs in your pre-shuffle that came up in your playlist. I have a playlist that's public on my channel. It's called The Shuffle. It's got a whole bunch of songs in it, and I shuffle it while I do your pre-shuffle and just kind of see what energies kind of come out for you through the music. And you got The Sweetest Taboo by Sade. And then you also got Witchcraft. You got the Ben Leonco soul version, which was interesting because out of the whole song, I've heard the song a million times. Today, the line that stuck out most for me was, yeah, I know, it's freaky taboo, or like tricky taboo. So it's like, there's a lot of like taboo energy going on around you. So I don't know if, excuse me, what you want or what you're going for, or something, some realization that you had feels very taboo. And so maybe that's why I'm getting that like Seven of Swords that came out in your pre-shuffle, like that energy, that like sneaky, like hush hush, like you don't want, it feels like a little bit of like a sneaking up on energy. Let's say, because there's like there's a lot coming in for you. I feel like a coffee filter. It's like a slow drip coffee filter. I'm like flooded, I'm like trying to get out what's actually important. You guys really wanted to talk. So let's get into prayer. We'll get into it. As always, we want to thank Source for being here with us today. Thank you for connecting with me. Thank you for helping me connect with my Geminis. We want to thank you for the love, the blessings, the abundance, the messages, the guidance, every day, every way, always. If there's any messages in Libra, Libra, we did you already. Libra, you're done. That's it. Maybe you're dealing with a Libra. If there's any messages in Gemini's best interest, please send them through for us. Let's see. This is the Everyday Witches Tarot by Deborah Blake. So we're gonna pull a couple cards from that for you. What, you don't see, what are you doing? You don't wanna like It's not like anxiety, you guys. You're trying to like keep it all together. Magician in reverse. We're gonna pull a few of these cards for you, and then we're gonna pull a few from the Mystic Moon Oracle, or I'm sorry, the Queen of Moon Oracle. Pardon me. And then we're gonna pull from the Spirit Animal Oracle for you, and then we're gonna do an advice card. That seems like it wants to come out. Oh, look at you showing up, the Lovers in your own spread. You're like, I'm here. I'm here. Hold, please. How do I want to put you? Yeah, I'm going to put you right here. So first out, you have the Magician in reverse. Then you have out yourself, bum-ba-da-dum, the Lovers. Then you have out the Moon card. And then the Empress in reverse. So, excuse me, what I'm getting is that it feels like a rescue mission is what I'm hearing. Almost like there was a missed opportunity or a door that was not previously open that now has started to creak, and you kind of see that maybe there's a way to like get in or get through or get around. And with this Magician in reverse, this Empress in reverse, this secret card, the Moon represents secrets, information that hasn't quite come to light, things we don't know about ourselves, about other people, about situations. This is telling me that there was a situation, possibly before. It could be romantic, personal, it could be a work situation that you previously were not able to bring to fruition, right? The Empress is pregnant, birthing something new, right? This could be work, but it feels more interpersonal relationship, we're going to be honest. It feels like a rescue mission, like I said, like you're trying to pull another this situation back in for yourself, another shot at it. Maybe it's taboo, maybe there's a circumstance around this person or this opportunity that might make some waves. Maybe it's controversial, maybe it's different, maybe it's unexpected choice or action or behavior from you. Maybe, you know, this could, you know, maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe this could play out for work for you. Maybe this is you not being able to work in your normal field right now and realizing maybe I want to do something that's totally different, like that other people would think was very much out of character for you. I feel like there's something with that bogged down energy that I was getting, like that filter, like you're getting a lot in. I feel like a lot of, you're trying to process a lot, probably with this Moon card, because there's an amount of uncertainty in this expedition. You're on a quest. I feel like you're on a quest. Okay. Page of Pentacles kind of on its side, which tells me that you're not really sure if this endeavor is if it's gonna work out, if it's gonna pan out for you, if it's gonna lead to like fruitful results. Knight of Swords on its side. Not really sure how quickly or swiftly to move in the situations, which moves to take because of a lack of clarity. It seems as though there's a distance between you and this situation. Like I said, with this Page of Pentacles, this very well could play out for a job thing that you're wanting to go, I don't know why I want to say audition. audition? You're auditioning? Do you want to audition for something? But interview for a new job and you're not sure with everything going on, like when they're going to be up in business, or if, you know, can I do a video interview? Or it feels, I'm getting that too. Maybe I am getting two separate groups of you guys. Next, you have Three of Wands. Stay focused, almost there. This is you really trying to turn this Magician upright for yourself. I feel like that's that pulling in energy. It's almost like a make your own magic, make your own luck. Like, I'm just gonna pull it in. Like, I can't stop now. I can't stop now. It's almost, I feel like it's like a boat. Like there's like a boat that's like just offshore and they hit like a sandbar, you know, and they can't. And so you have to like, they have to throw a rope to you and you have to like swim out and get it and then stand in the water and like pull them in. And you know what I noticed too? I kept going like this in your pre-shuffle. And like, I kept going like this, which is weird. Almost like a movie with something like a pack of cigarettes. Like, I don't know why I keep like doing this. Maybe there's something in that for you. Like you're really, it feels almost like very like Eight of Pentacles energy. Like in a workshop. Like maybe that's that sneaky, like you're, while everyone else is sleeping, like you're working on a plan. And it feels very like, what is it? Six of Wands too. Like very like, maybe you're in the boat and you got stuck at a sandbar and somebody's, you know, it's flipped and somebody's like right there trying to pull you in. But it feels like a working energy. It's like this repetitive, like this hammering. Yeah, like very Eight of Pentacles, like in your little workshop at night. Frankenstein. Why am I hearing Frankenstein? Are you creating a monster? Frankenstein. Four of Swords. Taking a little time out, taking a little rest period. That seems wise. Again, this is very much of like a very isolated, like in the dark while everyone's resting. It's like you're dreaming, like you're scheming, like it looks like you're sleeping like everyone else, but in reality, it's like you're going, you know, it's like a kid pretending to be asleep. Plotting, sneaky. But it doesn't feel sneaky or like you're plotting with like a malicious intent. It feels like you, one last shot, I'm hearing like one last shot. Like you've like, either was a missed opportunity or an opportunity that had yet to open up for yourself that you really don't want to miss right now. Six of Cups. If you know, you know, baby. Home is where the heart is. Seven of Pentacles. Not knowing if all of your plans are gonna work out. They're gonna go as planned. That's also my like let go and let God card. Like I did my work, I did everything I had to do, so I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna pick some of my grapes, you know, a little bit of my harvest, and I'm just gonna wait, you know, for the rest. I'm gonna wait for the divine to bring me the rest. This, I feel like, is very much of that pulling energy, like trying to like jump a timeline or just trying to, like, it's like a forcing energy. Like it's like the boat that's like stuck on the sandbar. Like if you just waited a little while, the tide would come in and the boat would go up and it would be able to float right back into the coast, you know, like right back into shore. But instead of just like waiting a couple hours for the sun to go down and like the tides to come in, like the natural course, the natural flow, feels like you're trying to beat the tide and like, oh, it's like tight. Chill out, guys. Let's breathe, Gemini. Come on. Oh, you guys are giving me chest pains, literally. Headache and chest pains. I wanted to do a fire sign. You guys are out of control. I understand, though. I understand. Let's pull a couple more before we get these oracle cards. Get a little advice. We can refocus our energies. I want them back. That's what I heard. I want them back. Knight of Cups, you want to bring in these little messages of love. I see you. You're like, maybe, look at you. I was like, maybe if I can't bring the boat in, I could like fly above it, like air deliver it, air drop it. Look, you're like, there might be sharks underneath there. There's a lot of uncertainty. I'm not really sure. I don't know if this is gonna work out. It's just, am I really on solid footing? Like, do I know how to swim? Is the tide gonna take me out with it as I'm trying to get this boat? Am I gonna drown trying to pull this boat in? I don't know if I can manifest this, but I have to because I love him. I want to turn this upside down. I want to make this happen. I want to birth this new beginning. I want to tell you that I love you. 1550, as I say that. Death. With a death always comes a rebirth. Any more in these? Let's go one more shuffle. You're serious. Okay. Queen of Swords. You're not fucking around. You're most certainly not. That might be some of that like calculating, like sneaky, but it's really kind of like not a bad calculating, but just like a chess. It feels like a little bit like a chess game, you know? You could also be feeling as though the opposing situation, opportunity, person might be sitting in a little bit of that Queen of Swords energy, might be feeling a little cold to you, a little standoffish, a little bit like, here's my sword, fuck away from me. So that might be what's creating some of this anxiety, that part of that friction of having to pull something in because you're not sure if somebody wants to play ball. Like they're not gonna paddle forward as you're trying to pull them in at the same time. Let's get in some advice cards. Let's do that for you. Let's go into the Moon Oracle. Oh, let me put these back out. Oh, I didn't take a picture of the Libra spread. I want to like take pictures of the spreads like a professional, but here we are. Oh, just screw it. Oh, screw it. We're not here for aesthetics. Are we? No. All right. Can we get some focusing energy, please? From my little Geminis, the lovers. I'm hearing that song. Why do they fall in love? Why do birds sing? Lovers awake to break the day. Why do they fall in love? You guys are feeling amorous now. You're feeling sneaky, and now you're feeling amorous. Maybe you're feeling a little naughty too. All right. Let's see. Assessing. How are we gonna do that? Bird's eye view. It's almost like I said, like he's on a broom, you're on a broom right here. It's like trying to get, I mean you're an air sign, but trying to get a little bit of perspective to help weigh your options. You know, it's like seeing a maze from the top. When you can see a maze from the top, you can see all the different avenues, like all the different paths that you could take to get to the same one. Assessing your options. Also assessing the availability of the opportunity. Something that you're worried that the situation or the opportunity might not be as available as you think it is. Like you're gonna get the boat to shore, and then they're gonna tell you that they didn't want to be brought to shore. They were happier at sea, or like something like that. Turns out they weren't hiring, or they were actually about to downsize before the quarantine a company, or that other person maybe is in that Queen of Swords energy and they're like, I'm done, I don't want it back. Like, patience. Patience, my dear. Clarity comes with time. And I feel like you're gonna, like you're exhausting yourself. Like, not just emotionally, but it feels like more than anything else, physically. Like, our body responds to what we're going through emotionally. You know, it's like if you're going through a hard time and you're feeling really depressed, and then, you know, you get really tired and you get really sluggish and it's hard for you to focus, and I feel like you're physically, like you're having physical, so maybe that's part of that, like chest pains and that like heaviness, that anxiety. It's like, oh God, dude, like you need to bring the blood pressure down, man, a little bit. Like, it's not like holding on. It's like you're getting rope burn. Just like, oh, just in through the nose, out through the mouth, Gemini. Okay. Patience. What is meant for you will come to you in divine timing. You have to be patient. It's like I said, if you just let the boat sit there for a couple hours, the tide will come back in, raise it up, it'll float right back into shore if that's where the wind is meant to take it, right? We don't have to do that. But it's tempting because especially when you can see the boat, you know, you're like, I see it. It's like, it's within grasp, it's within reach. That came out in your pre-shuffle. Also, with this patience card, now that I'm looking at it, it literally is, it's like this girl. She's like looking out. It's like, she's got like this innocence of this balloon, this like childlike, just willingness to give, like joy and love. It's like a very innocent, like beginners, like wish upon a star. It's like a very magical and entrancing energy, you know? And it's like that big moon, she's like, I can see it. She's like, it's so close, it's like I could touch it. But she's just like, she's a woman, you know, she's just a person. She can't drag that whole moon in all by herself. It's a big boat, it's a big tide. You know, it's like that story of, you know, I'm bad at the religious stories, but of like a man trying to move a mountain, and not being able to do it and getting really frustrated, and God looking at him and saying, I didn't tell you to move the mountain. I just wanted you to prove to yourself how strong you were. I will move the mountain for you. It's very much of that kind of energy. And then you have this extremes coming out, feeling very much, like I said, remember I was talking about like the physical manifestations of like what you're going through emotionally in terms of how you're actually like feeling in your body. It's kind of, I'm getting like very much that vibes, but also like emotional extremes, physical extremes of like the effort that you're exerting. And it might not be that you're running around like a crazy person. Like I said, to everyone else, it looks like you're doing the Four of Swords. Like you're just sitting there relaxing, taking a time out. Everybody is. But in reality, you got a whole world. It's like that underground workshop, that Frankenstein. You're like waiting, you're trying to make this whole creation. But remember, Frankenstein started as a labor of love, and it turned into like a monster. And it wasn't even Frankenstein's fault. Don't fall into extremes. Don't create a monster out of yourself. That's what I'm getting. It's like, don't create a monster out of yourself. Not that you're going to create a monster out of this situation, but you're going to drive yourself crazy, basically. And it's going to make you start acting out. And it's like, the card's 34. 3-4, that's 7. Conflict. You're feeling very conflicted. You're creating more emotional conflict for yourself. Anything else before we move into the animal spirit oracle? Nope. Hold, please. Hey guys, today is a good day to have a good day, all right? Hooray, cheers. Don't forget that. Every day is an opportunity to have a good day. Your quarantine, why not just take one day out of your quarantine and like stay out of the workshop? Just a day. Just take a night and actually sleep on it, not work on it, sleep on it. Okay. Thank you, Spirit Team, for being here with us, helping Gemini through this emotional roller coaster. Oh my God, yeah, you guys are like, ugh, you're not talking. If there's any advice, please bring it through. I feel like they're like, we want you to take those cards that just fell out. And I'm like, no, I want to shuffle them. They're like, God, you're annoying. Like, we're trying to expedite this process for you. You're already at 27 minutes. Like, I know, but I just want to be annoying. They're like, we're used to it. Take time to heal. Snake Spirit. The reemergence of this person or situation or opportunity that you're trying to pull in for yourself, I'm feeling as though it may have triggered something in yourself that maybe you didn't realize you had not fully healed from or dealt with or digested. You know, it's like a snake. A snake could digest anything. You take like a whole rabbit, like all kinds of, and it just swallow it whole, and it takes a long time and it looks like real crazy, but it can digest it. You know, I think this is really a time to go back in for a second and just take a personal emotional temperature, your spiritual temperature with yourself, to see if there's anything else that you really need to work on before continuing to get back to work in your little workshop on this, to bring in these little cups of love. I'm getting that is why that there is still some unexpected little healing for you to do, and that is what's creating that anxiety and that frustration and that fear of loss. And that's why you're trying so frantically to work against the tide and bring it in. It's not just because you really want to participate in this situation or because you really care about this person or whatever. I mean, it is, but it's also because there's something about your self-worth in that. Be fearless and bold, Badger Spirit. Because when you take the time to heal properly, you know that when the things that you're going for and why you're going for them and the manner in which you're going to go get them and go about having them is in alignment, and so it is in your highest good, and so you can really just go for it because you know that you're not going for it with like baggage underneath it, if that makes sense. You can I'm hearing like fortune favors the bold, but it's like, if take a leap of faith. When you know that what you want is you want it for a good reason and you want it from a good place, then you will have a lot less trepidation, a lot less anxiety and nervousness about just going to get it. I feel like that's why you're feeling so anxious about trying to like pull it in before it's time, before it's ready. The tide isn't in yet. And that's because in reality, there's something going on inside of you that you need to just like quickly go in. And that's part of maybe like this extremes that you're feeling or that you're exhibiting underneath the surface, you know? Because once you do that and you realize, and it almost feels like not realize, but just like remind yourself that you why is my nose so itchy all of a sudden? I'm so sorry. It's so itchy all of a sudden. It's not a realization, it's just a reminder to yourself that what you want or what you're trying to go for is because you really care about it. Like, you want it for a good reason. Like, you really do love it. And then you'll exacerbate your own anxiety. You just have to, that's what I'm getting. So you need to go back and just remind yourself that, like, no, I do want this from a good place, from an authentic place. It's almost like it feels like with this extreme cards, like, and this patience, and and with this assessing card too, it feels very much like you just have to go back in with yourself and forgive yourself for not taking advantage of this opportunity in the past when you had it. Just like forgive yourself for it, learn from it. Remember that you want it from a good place. And so you can take that leap of faith, and you can be bold, and you can be fearless, because you have healed, you've gone through your extremes. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna get one advice card. Yeah, you guys are like, so much for you. So much for you today. It's like all at once. Let's get one last little advice card, motivation card, focus card from the Everyday Witches Oracle by Deborah Blake. It's the accompaniment to the tarot that I use. One of the tarots, my nice tarot. I call that my nice tarot. I have my Rider-Waite. I call that my mean tarot. I feel like did something turn over in here? Something did turn over in here for you. This came out in your pre-shuffle. I didn't start shuffling them, but it came out in your pre-shuffle, and I feel I am to take it. Tears of joy and sadness. It is two sides of a coin. Beginnings and endings. Many times they're just emotional, spiritual within ourselves, within situations. This comes very much back to me to the forgiving yourself energy. Times you stood in your own way, self-sabotaged, waited too long, didn't take an opportunity, took an opportunity that maybe wasn't the best for you. Spilled milk, I'm getting like spilled milk. But also realizing with not only the sadness, but with the joy, that they are lessons learned. They are not battles lost, they are lessons learned. That doesn't know what else come up for you. It looks like you guys are really doing what you're going through it a little bit. But it seems like your core is pretty centered, so it seems like you're gonna be able to, okay. You're gonna be able to manage your way through this, because you're Geminis. I've never seen a Gemini that was not able to pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and get back at it very quickly. It's just like, go back in, take your temperature, forgive yourself. Okay, I know I'm doing this for the right reasons. Let's go for it. Like you got affirmation for acceptance. Look at the dice, rolling the dice, leaving it up to fate. Look at that cat using your intuition, learning to fly. It doesn't matter if there's chaos around you, you're focused on your destiny. Accepting what has happened, accepting your role in it, coming back home to yourself for a minute, rolling the dice. Good luck. I hope you get aces. If you need anything, Gemini, I am here. If you want to chat, down below, and I will see you next time. Enjoy the very end of your March. Goodbye.